Hello everyone, welcome back to Yoga with Sab, where we do gentle and restorative yoga. For today's yoga session, we're going to be concentrating on our hips and doing a gentle yoga flow. Some props that you might need are a yoga block. You can use a book or study box if you do not have yoga blocks. And then for your extra comfort, if you want to grab a blanket and then a pillow or bolster. So if you'll just go ahead and quickly grab those items, we'll get started and let's get to breathing.
We will start today with some breathing exercises. So find a nice, comfortable spot on your back. You can try bending the knees, letting them shine up towards the ceiling. Maybe bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees fall out wide like a diamond shape, or straighten your legs. Just figure out which position feels most comfortable for you and commit to that position. Allow yourself a few deep inhales and exhales. Just a few moments here to settle into your yoga mat. Next, we will take a couple controlled breaths together, so go ahead and exhale out all your air. Inhale slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale and exhale one more time for your count of 4. And then start to draw your knees in towards your chest. You can grab behind the knees and just take a gentle rock side to side. From here, we're going to set up some figure 4 stretches. So left ankle is over the right knee to make that figure 4 shape. Left arm through the hole and the hands hug behind the right thigh. Maybe take a rock side to side, feel all the areas of this stretch. And then drop your right foot down to the yoga mat. And you're going to drop your arms by your side and let your figure 4 legs fall over to the right. Twist through your belly, look to the left. Take a couple deep inhales and exhales here. Legs stay in the figure 4 shape. Move those knees through center. Let them fall over to the left. Twist through your belly, look to the right. Heel toe that right foot over to the right side of your yoga mat a little bit more and let that right knee fall closer to the earth. You'll feel a lengthening, stretching of the right hip, the right thigh. Breathe into the right side body. Bring the knees back to center. Take that gentle rock side to side. Figure 4 on the other side, so right ankle crosses over left knee this time. Reach the right arm through the hole. Grab behind the left thigh. If you can't reach with your hands, you can always use a strap behind the left thigh. Take that gentle rock side to side. And then drop the left foot down to the yoga mat. Arms go back by your side. Let your figure 4 legs fall over to the left. Twist through your belly, look to the right. A couple deep inhales and exhales through the right rib cage. And then move the figure 4 legs through center. This time let them fall over to the right. Twist to your belly, look to the left. Heel toe that left foot over to the left side of your yoga mat. Let the left knee fall closer to the earth. Breathe deep into your left rib cage. Bring the knees back to center, hug them in towards your chest, take a gentle rock side to side. From here, we're going into happy baby, elbows inside the knees, wrist outside the ankles, grab the feet apart. If you can't reach the bottom of your feet, feel free to hold on to your calves or your shins. We're going to pull those feet apart, shine them up towards the ceiling, and take a gentle rock on that low back. Release the feet, and then you're going to start to rock long ways on your spine. So rock from your head to your butt up into a seated position, and you're going to rotate over onto all fours for tabletop. Knees underneath the hip bones, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly down. On your exhale, push the ground away for some cat-cows. Again, inhale, drop the belly down, pull the heart forward, take your gaze up. On your exhale, angry cat the back, tuck the tailbone, look between your knees. Do that movement one more time with your own inhale and exhale, and then come back to a neutral spine. To set up a child's pose, take those knees out wider to the edges of your yoga mat. Bring your big toes together. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Stretch those arms long down the mat. If you have knee issues, you can always put a blanket underneath your knees for a little bit of cushion. Take a couple deep inhales and exhales here. With each exhale, see if there's room to let those hips sink a little closer to your heels. Stay in the child's pose, but you're going to walk those hands over to the left side of your yoga mat. Left hand holds down on top of the right. Breathe deep into the right rib cage. Move your hands through center, walk them over to the right. Right hand holds down the left hand. Breathe deep into that left rib cage. Come back to center. You're going to move your palms back to where your hands are underneath your shoulders. Step one leg back at a time to set up plank. You want to pull your belly button in towards your spine, and then just sink those hips up and back for a down dog. You want your feet hip distance apart, and we're going to walk out our dog here. So bend one knee, stretch the other leg straight, and pedal out your feet a couple times, getting that nice calf stretch. We're going to make our down dog a little deeper. Bend the knees, lift the sit bones up. Keep the sit bones lifted, heels stretch back and down towards the yoga mat. Take your gaze in between your hands and then walk those feet forward to find a forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Weight forward in the balls of your feet. Hands can come to blocks or to the ground, whatever is most comfortable for you. On your blocks, you can do low setting, medium setting, or turn them to the high setting. Just whatever your body needs today. Find the forward fold that works for you and let your head hang heavy. Inhale to flat back, pull the heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your hands to your hip bones, stand all the way up. Look up, reach up, stretch those hands up towards the ceiling. Left arm slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over. We're doing a side body stretch here. Come back to center, switch it up. Right hand reaches down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Stretch the left side body out. Come back to center, baby back bend here. So fist to the low back, or you can turn fingertips up. Squeeze the elbows together. Heart reaches up towards the ceiling. Take the heart up and back. Again, do what feels comfortable on your body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, swan dive those fingertips all the way down to the ground for forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Take a ragdoll here, so grab opposite elbows, let the torso hang, sway side to side if that feels good on your body. Bring those fingertips back to the ground or the blocks for your forward fold. Inhale to flat back, pull the heart forward. Hands come back to the hips. Keep the length in your spine. Stand up. Look up, reach up, stretch up those hands up towards the ceiling. Left hand grabs right wrist this time. Bump the hips to the right, arms reach over to the left. Get a right side body stretch. And then you're going to come back to center and switch your grip. So this time, right hand grabs the left wrist, bump and reach, left hip out to the side, arms reach over to the side. Nice left body stretch here. Come back to center, back bend again, fist to the low back or those fingertips up, whichever you prefer. Elbows squeeze together, heart bumps up, and then take it back. Maybe take it back a little bit more this time if you're ready for that. Inhale back to center. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Ragdoll again here. Grab the opposite elbows. Rock side to side. Fingertips come back to the mat or to your blocks for a forward fold. Left foot stays there. Step your right foot back to find a low lunge. You want your hands to frame your front foot, so move your blocks if you need to. Make your lunge deeper, so wiggle the back foot back and drop that knee down to the mat. Now please use a blanket here if you have any knee issues or need some cushion for that knee. Ardha Hanumasana, half splits. You're going to shift your hips back, straighten through the left leg. That front heel presses into the yoga mat. Left toes pull back towards your belly button. Hands are on your block to pull your heart forward. Find length in your spine. Breathe deep into the left leg. Bend forward. You're going to shift the weight forward, so bend into that left knee. Bring the left arm inside the left leg. Heel toe the left foot to the left side of the yoga mat. Inhale the hips and the heart straight forward for a modified lizard. You have a couple options for your arms. You can bring those hands all the way to the ground. If you have a little bit more range of motion, maybe bring flat hands, so palms to the ground. Or maybe go all the way down to the forearms if you can, if that feels comfortable on your knee and your hip. You also have the option to do either the fingertips, the palms, or the elbows on top of blocks. Just find which position feels best for your body. Set that up and take a couple inhales and exhales. This pose really gets into those hips. Or if you're on your forearms, come back to your hands. You're going to heel toe the left foot back into center, and the hands frame the front foot to set up a modified lunge. Bring your hands to the top of that left thigh, so let those hips sink forward to the front of your yoga mat. And then extend those arms overhead for an Anjaneyasana prep. Pull back on the left hip, push forward on the right, hips and shoulders center to the front of your yoga mat. You can take your heart up and back to add a little bit of back bend if you have that range of motion. Hands come back down to the yoga blocks or the mat. And you're going to pick the back knee up off the mat, and then big step or baby step that back foot to the front to find forward fold. Let that head hang heavy. Ragdoll here. Grab opposite elbows. Take a sway side to side. Same stretches on the other side. Right foot stays there. Step your left foot back to find a lunge. Wiggle the back foot back a little bit further. Drop that knee down to the yoga mat. Shift the hips back, straighten through your right leg to set up your half splits on this side. Press the right heel into the yoga mat. Flex all 5 right toes back towards your belly button. Hands dig into the ground or into the blocks to pull your heart forward. Squeeze the bottom of your shoulder blades together. Breathe through the stretch in the right leg. Bend into the front knee, so let those hips sink forward to the front of your yoga mat. Heel toe that right foot to the right side of the mat. Right arm comes inside the right thigh to set up that modified lizard. Again, you can have your hands on the ground, forearms on the ground, or like I'm using, forearms on the block, hands on the block, whatever version of this pose that you need. Set it up, take a couple breaths. If you're on your forearms, bring those hands back down to the ground underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to bring your heel toe that right foot back into center. Hands come to the top of the right thigh. Stack the shoulders over the hips. And then extend those arms overhead to find that Anjaneyasana crescent prep. Pull the right hip back, left hip reaches forward, hips and shoulders square to the front of your mat. Again, add that back bend here if you want to, but honor your body, honor your practice, find what you need today. Hands come back down to your yoga blocks or to the mat. Pick the back knee up off the mat and then either big step or baby step that back foot to the front. Find that forward fold, let the head hang heavy. Again, ragdoll here, grab opposite elbows, take that gentle sway side to side. Hands come back to the ground or your blocks for forward fold. Inhale to flat back, pull the heart forward. Hands come to your hip bones, keep the length in your spine. Stand up, look up, reach up, stretch those hands up towards the ceiling, and then hands come to heart center for Tadasana. Take a break, shake it out, get a drink of water, and then we'll do another round. Inhale those arms up whenever you're ready. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. All right, round 2. We're going to start with those poses, add on a little bit. Left foot stays there. Step the right foot back, wiggle the back foot back, drop the back knee down, shift the hips back, straighten through the left leg, find your half splits on the left side. Flex the toes back. Now, if you're a little bit more warm and want to go deeper, you're going to wiggle that front foot forward a little bit and then shift those hips back again. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the left leg. Remember to breathe. Bend into the front knee, let your hips sink forward to the front of your yoga mat. Heel toe the left foot to the left side of the yoga mat. Going into that modified lizard, find the version of this pose that you'd like. If you want to get a little bit more, you can roll to the outside edge of that front foot and let your knee open if that feels okay on your knee. Take a few breaths here. Hands come back underneath you if you're on your forearms. Heel to the left foot back into midline. And then you're going to bring your hands to the top of your thigh. Stack the shoulders over your hips. Arms extend overhead to find that Anjaneyasana crescent prep. Arms are up straight and strong. Add the back bend. Take your heart up and back if you want to. That is optional. It is not necessary to do that. Again, honor your body. Bring those fingertips back to the yoga mat. You're going to pick your back knee up off the mat. This time, plant your back heel at a 45-degree angle. Then windmill your arms up and around to set up Warrior 2, your Virabhadrasana 2. On your exhale, bend deep into the front knee till it's stacked over your ankle. You want your front arm even with the back arm. Flip the front palm, reach up and back for reverse warrior. The right arm slides down the right leg, left side body stretch here. That top arm pulls you back up to your Warrior 2, that pose like you're surfing, and then windmill those arms down to the ground, spike the back heel, and either big step or baby step that back foot all the way forward to find forward fold. Weight forward in the balls of your feet, let your head hang heavy, ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. All right, what we do on one side, we always do on the other. Bring those hands back to your yoga blocks or to the yoga mat. Right foot stays there. Step the left foot back to find a lunge. Make the lunge deeper. Wiggle the back foot back. Drop that left knee down to the yoga mat. Straighten through your front leg so your right leg to set up your half splits on this side again. If you want deeper, wiggle the front foot forward. The front heel presses into the yoga mat, toes flex back. Send your inhale and exhale through the back of that right leg. Get that nice stretch. Bend into the right knee, so sink those hips forward to the front of your yoga mat. Heel toe the right foot to the right side of the yoga mat. Right arm comes inside the left. Inhale the hips and the heart straight forward to find that modified lizard pose. Again, you can roll to the outside edge of that front foot if that feels okay on your ankle, your knee, and hip. Take a couple breaths here. If you're on your forearms, hands come back to your block. Heel toe the right foot back into midline so your hands frame the right leg. Bring your hands to the top of that right thigh. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Extend the arms overhead to find that Anjaneyasana prep again. Again, take the heart up and back if you want a back bend. Right hip pulls back, left hip pushes forward. Bring those hands back down to the yoga mat. Pick your back knee up off the mat for lunge. Plant that left heel down at a 45-degree angle. Windmill the arms up and around to set up your Warrior 2. Bend deep into that front knee. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Make sure your arms are even with each other. And then flip your front palm. Reach up and back for a reverse warrior. So left arm slides down the left leg. Nice right side body stretch here. And then that top arm pulls you back up to warrior two for just a second. Windmill those hands down to the ground, spike the back heel for lunge, and then big step or baby steps that left foot to meet your right for forward fold. Weight forward, let the head hang heavy. Ragdoll again here, grab opposite elbows, take a sway side to side. Hands come back to your yoga blocks. Inhale the heart forward for half back. Bring your hands to your hips. Keep the length in your spine. Stand all the way up. Extend those arms overhead. Look up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale the hands to heart center for Tadasana mountain pose. We're going to set up a Malasana yogi squat. So you're going to take your feet wider to the edges of your mat. Heels in, toes out, and then squat down. If you're at that level, that's fine. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can set a block underneath you. Sit on a yoga block, or choose to not have a yoga block and just squat there in your Malasana. Hands together at heart center, elbows press into your knees to make them go out wider. We're going to add a twist. Left hand reaches down to the ground, right hand all the way up. And then come back to center, switch it up. Right hand to the ground, twist, left hand up. Come back to center. And then however is easiest for you, you're going to find your way into a seated position. You want to sit with the soles of your feet together, knees out wide for a Baddha Konasana bound angle pose. Press your soles of your feet together to make those knees go down and out. You can hinge forward to get a little deeper. Even arch all the way over if you want to. Get a nice just hip groin stretch here. And then slowly roll back up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale your arms overhead, hands come together, thumbs at heart center. We'll close with a couple cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale in, exhale, let it go. Again, a full belly breath in, strong exhale out. One last time, fill up your lungs completely, and then open your mouth, let everything go. Bow your head gently in honor of your practice. Blessings and namaste.
Thank each one of you for joining me today. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. That's all I have for you today. Until next time.